c4, e6, knight c3, d5, d4, knight f6, c takes d5, e takes d5, bishop g5, c6, e3, h6, bishop h4, bishop e7, bishop d3, castle kingside, knight e2, rook e8, castle kingside, a5, rook c1, knight bd7, f3, b5, bishop f2, knight b6, knight g3, bishop f8, h3, knight c4, bishop takes c4, d takes c4, e4, b4, knight a4, bishop a6, rook e1, g6, knight f1, knight h5, bishop e3, bishop g7, knight c5, bishop b5, a4, b takes a3, b takes a3, a4, e5, bishop f8, knight d2, bishop takes c5, d takes c5, rook takes e5, knight e4, queen takes d1, rook c takes d1, g5, g4, knight g7, bishop d4, rook e6, bishop c3, king h7, rook d7, king g6, h4, h5, g takes h5, check, knight takes h5, h takes g5, knight f4, king h2, knight d5, bishop d4, c3, rook c1, bishop d3, knight takes c3, knight takes c3, rook takes c3, bishop f5, king g3, king takes g5, rook takes f7, rook g8, rook e3, king g6, rook c7, rook takes e3, bishop takes e3, rook c8, rook a7, bishop c2, rook d7, king f6, Bishop D4, check. King E6. Rook D6, check. King E7. Bishop F6, check. King F7. F4. Bishop E4. King G4. Rook B8. F5. Rook B3. Bishop E5. Rook D3. Rook F6, check. King G8. Rook G6, check. King F8. Rook E6. Bishop D5. Rook F6, check. King E7. Rook H6. Rook takes A3. Rook H7, check. King E8. F6. Rook F3. Rook E7, check. King D8. Rook A7. A3. Bishop F4. A2. F7. Rook takes F4, check. King takes F4. Bishop takes F7. King E5. King C8. King D6. Bishop D5. Rook A3. King B7. King D7. Bishop C4. King D6. Bishop D5. King E5. Bishop C4. King D4. Bishop D5. King C3. Bishop E6. King B2. Bishop D5. King C3. Bishop E6.